Good morning, and thank you for joining with me today. I want to make the case for Thomas this morning and his doubting. I just love the story of the two brothers who were absolute rascals, and then came the day when the older brother died, and the younger brother went to the priest to speak about the funeral. I wanted the priest to tell the congregation that his older brother was a saint. The priest was not happy about this at all, but the younger brother said, "If you do, there's a big donation for the church," and so with reluctance, the priest agreed. On the day of the funeral, however, the priest lambasted the elder brother. He was an evil man, he cheated, he robbed, and he used people. There was little to commend him. But then he concluded by saying, however, compared to his brother, this man was a saint. Sometimes I think Thomas has been misjudged. We call him Doubting Thomas. And is that so bad? Doubting's not unbelief. I think Thomas felt let down, disillusioned maybe. Have you ever been disillusioned by a marriage, by a career? Maybe a doctor or a minister that you looked up to? It happens, and it hurts. Thomas felt that Jesus had let him down. Fortunately, it's not the end of the story. But Thomas didn't drop out, and that's so important. Thomas was there when the other disciples met after the resurrection. He could have stayed at home, he could have mummed. Who would have blamed him? But still he went to be with the other disciples. Let me tell you about a dear friend of mine. She's no longer with us. Her name was Annie. She was very special. You would never want to get on the wrong side of Annie, but I loved her. I also know that though we were close, I was perhaps not the minister that she expected, but she accepted me with all my faults. And when our Derek, our oldest son, was getting too old for Sunday school, but he still wanted to go to church, who would he sit with because his mum was teaching in the Sunday school? He decided to sit with Annie, much to the amazement of the entire congregation. But Annie had a dear friend who died, and one day she said, "I've fallen out with God right now. We're not in speaking terms, but I'll go over it." And she did. And she still came to church. Well, I think Thomas still went to church. He didn't have all the answers he was looking for. He didn't understand why Jesus was dead, but he didn't cut himself off from the fellowship of the faith. And you know the story. Though the doors were locked, Jesus came, stood among them, spoke to Thomas. Anybody can be faithful when life's easy. It takes real faith to be faithful when life is tough. It's no sin to doubt. If we seek him, though, we will surely find him. He will reveal himself to us. As he did for Thomas, he will do for us too. And hopefully we will say, as Thomas said, "My Lord and my God." Thank you for listening to me this morning. God bless you.